Hi traders and welcome. In the previous video we saw how Metatrader works on a desktop. But whenever we're on the move, it's good to know how to follow up on our trades. We use the Metatrader app on iPhone or Android for this. We already saw how to download it and how to log in the brokers video. Now we will show you how to use it. So what will you learn in this video? We will show you how the interface works, how to personalize our charts. We'll go over the settings, show you how to add an instrument to your quotes so we can trade them. Then we will show you how to open and close trades, how to take partials, how to set stop losses and take profits. And then we will also show you how to set pending orders, how to add indicators to your chart and edit them, how to use drawing tools and edit them, and how we can look at our trade history. Let's go! And sign in. Okay, if everything was filled in correctly, this is the screen you should be seeing now. Let's go over the interface. As you can see in the bottom left corner, we are now in the Quotes tab. Here are the pairs that we can trade. You can look at it as your watch list. Next to the Quotes tab, we have the Chart tab. When we push on it, we can see the AUD/USD chart open up. Don't worry, we'll show you how everything works and how to customize everything in a minute. The next tab is the Trade tab. Let's click on it, and as you can see, here you can see our balance, equity, and so on. We can also see our active and pending orders here, when we have some of course. Moving on, at the bottom, the next tab is History. Just as with the desktop version, here we can find our trade history and filter it by day, week or month. We'll come back to this when we opened and closed some trades. And then the last tab is the Settings tab. We'll start here. Here at the top we can see the account that we are currently on. We can push on it and switch between different accounts here if you have more than one account. Now let's go back by pressing the back icon in the left upper corner. And the next thing we can do is open or log into a new account, which we won't be doing now because we are already logged into our new account. Then we have Mailbox and News, which we won't be using. If you do want to use it, it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Then we have the Chat and Messages together with the Traders Community button. This is connected with your account on the MQL5 website. The next button is OTP. This is for extra security. It will generate a one-time password for you that you will need to fill in every time you open up your Metatrader 4. Personally, I don't know anyone who uses it because with the optimal smartphone security these days, we're already pretty safe. But of course, it might be comforting when you're managing huge amounts of capital. The interface button lets us choose our language, as you can see. Then we have Chart. We will return to this in just a second. The next button is Journal. When we push on it, we can see that it's actually some kind of activity log. So it logs every time you turn on your Metatrader app, when you're logged in, when you're logged out, and so on. And then we have another settings button, where you can turn on or off the sound, auto log, news, and screen lock. Of course, you can change this as you please. Okay, let's go back and take a closer look at the chart settings. First of all, we're able to choose our chart type, but let's leave it on candlesticks. Then we can choose if we want to see our volumes on our chart, ask price line, period separators, and trade levels. Let's turn on ask price line. This will make the spread visible on our chart, and turn on trade levels. This will show our orders on the chart. We can leave open, high, low, close, and data window turned off. Then we have colors. When we push on the colors button, we can see we have exactly the same color options as on the desktop version. The only tricky part about the mobile version is that we're not able to choose the background color. To change the background color, we have to select Scheme. In the example of the desktop video, we used a white background. So in order to choose a white background, we need to select the black on white scheme. You can see that the other colors changed as well when we've selected that one. Okay, let's continue with the other colors. Foreground, black, grid white, the same color as the background, so it's not visible because we won't use it. Then bar up black, bar down black, bull candle white, bear candle black, line graph black. Volumes can stay as it is because that's turned off anyway. And then bid price, ask line, trade levels and stop levels can stay unchanged. A disclaimer guys, when your phone is in dark mode, at least with iPhone, it's not possible to have a white chart background. It used to be possible, but they must have changed it. Okay, let's go back by pushing on charts in the upper left corner, go back again, and now we're back in the settings tab. Now let's take a look at how our chart looks like. Push at the chart tab at the bottom. And as you can see, our chart now looks way better and much cleaner than before. Okay, so there are a few things that we can do at this screen. Let's start at the top. In the upper left corner, we can change the time frame, like this. We can zoom in and zoom out by using 2 fingers on the screen. Then at the top in the center left, we have the crosshair. We can move it around on the chart and it tells us price and time. The F symbol in the center at the top stands for functions. When we push it, it takes us to the indicators. As you can see, right now we have one indicator on our chart, the RSI. If we want to add an indicator, we can choose to add it. If we select indicator window 1, it will plot the new indicator right on top of the RSI that is currently on our chart. We don't want that. So we need to push main window. As you can see, a list of indicators opens up. Let's select the moving average, for example. And now we can change the settings of the moving average. Let's change the period to 50, method exponential, style blue, and make it a little thicker by selecting 2 pixels or 3 pixels as you want. Then push save at the top and done at the top. Now we have the RSI and the moving average on our chart. Whenever we change our pairs, these chart settings will always stay the same. We can also make the RSI smaller or bigger. By holding the line, a dot appears. Hold the dot and drag it up or down to make it smaller or bigger. Then push anywhere in the chart to unselect. The next icon in line is Objects. It's just next to the indicator symbol at the top. Let's push it, and as you can see, there are already a few objects for us to select. But if we want to choose an object that is not there, for example a rectangle, we can select Add Objects. Push on it, and now we have a list of all the objects. Let's scroll down and choose Rectangle. In the upper right corner of the chart, we can now see the rectangle symbol. This means we can now draw a rectangle. Just push where you want to start drawing, hold, drag, and let go when you're satisfied with the position and size. Press and hold one of the dots if you want to change the properties. Select Properties, and now we can change it as we please. For example, fill the rectangle and change the color. Push Done, and as we can see, the rectangle is now filled and has a different color. The rectangle is still selected, so we can still change the position or size if we want. Just push the dots one time to unselect it. We can do the same if we want to select it again. Just push it one time. Okay, moving on. We have the word trade in the upper right corner. This is to open a trade. Push on it to open a trade. Let's start at the top to explain this screen. We can see AUD USD is selected. When we push it, we can change the pair. Just below the pair, we have order type. When we push it, it gives us the options to select all the other order types. Of course, when we are selecting a pending order, like a sell limit for example, we need to fill in the price as well. That's the price at where the order will be. Let's choose market execution again for this video example. Below the order type, we have the order size, which is on 0.01 by default, but we can select it and fill in the lot size we want. Or push one of the options on the right side or left side to increase or decrease the lot size. Like this. increase by 0.01 or by 0.1, or decrease by 0.01 or by 0.1. When we have our desired lot size, we can move on and set our stop loss and take profit orders. When we push it, it will automatically fill in the current price, which can make it easier for some people to calculate or even edit the price level. Let's change it to anything, just as an example, and we'll do the same for take profit. And now we're ready to push buy or sell. Right now my stop loss is filled in below the current price, and my take profit is filled in above the current price. That's how it should be if we want to buy. But what happens when we push sell? Invalid stop loss and take profit. But of course we knew this. Okay, now let's push buy to open an instant buy order. If this was a pending order, the pending order would be set. If you can't see the order on the chart, try to change the time frame so the orders are fitting inside the screen. And as you can see, we have the order, we can see it's a buy, and we can see the lot size, and we can see our stop loss and take profit. So that explains all the functionalities of the chart tab. Maybe the only thing that we forgot was showing that there is another way to open a trade and to add an indicator or an object to the chart. Just tap anywhere in the chart and you will see that the little menu with these options open up. Now holding your phone sideways will shake things up a little. When we do this and we tap the chart now, we can see that the time frames are here on the left. And the chart type, crosshair, indicators and objects are on the right side. Something extra we get when holding our phone like this is the one-click trading terminal. We can find it here on the right side, just below the object symbol. When we push it, it opens up the terminal. We can there select the lot size and open a market execution buy or sell order. Keep in mind, it will open without a stop loss or take profit. This will need to be edited later then. The last symbol is a settings symbol, which we already saw before. Okay, turning our phone back straight now. Now that we have an open trade, it's the perfect time to take a look at the trade tab. Let's push the trade tab at the bottom, and here we can see that we have an open trade. The trade is currently in drawdown. We can see our balance is still unchanged because we didn't close any trade yet. The open trade does influence our equity. And if we were to close the trade, our balance would become the same amount as our equity. But as long as our trade is open, our balance will stay unchanged. Then we have our margin, free margin and margin level in percentage. Make sure the percentage stays well above 100%, or you might get a margin call from your broker. When we tap the order, it expands and shows us all the information about the trade. And when we're doing this for the first time, we're getting a notification that's telling us that we need to tap and hold the trade to manage the trade. So press OK and let's do that. Tap and hold the trade. A small menu now opens up. We can close the trade from here, modify it, open a new trade, or go to the chart. We know what close does, obviously. We know how open a new trade looks like, and we know how the chart looks like. The only thing that we didn't do yet is modify a trade. So push modify, and now we're able to change the stop loss and take profit. Let's change the values a little bit and push modify. If we don't want to modify, we can always press the back button in the upper left corner. When we do push modify, it tells us that this was done successfully, unless the values are not correct, and then it will say it's unsuccessful. Okay, let's now close the trade. Doesn't matter if it's in profit or loss, it's just a demo account. Tap and hold the trade and push close. A new screen will open up. We can push close, or we can close a part of the trade. Let's close 0.10. So we need to go to the lot size value and change it to 0.10. Now we can push close and 0.10 lots will be closed. The last thing we want to show you on the trade tab is the plus sign in the upper right corner. Let's push it. As you can see, this is just another way to open a new trade. So just as with the Metatrader desktop version, we have multiple ways of doing the same thing. Let's go back. Okay, so now that we have closed the trade, or at least a part of a trade, but we have closed the trade, we have trade history. So let's push the history tab at the bottom. And we can see our close rate is here. Not much to tell you about this tab, except we can filter on day, week or month, or fill in a custom period. Okay, so the settings button we already had. That only leaves us with the quotes tab then. Let's push the quotes tab at the bottom left. When we are at the quotes tab, there are a few things to show. The first and most important thing is how to add more pairs, because we only have a few pairs for us to trade here. Yeah, you probably guessed it, it's the plus sign in the upper right corner. When we push it, it opens a list. We can search the pair that we need in the correct asset class, or we can just type in the name of the pair. For example, NZD-JPY. When we found the correct pair, we can see a green plus symbol on the left of the pair. When we push it, it will disappear from here and we will be able to find it in our quotes. Let's try it. Push the green plus symbol and poof, there it goes. If we now press cancel and back, we can see that it's at the bottom of our quotes list. Whenever we add a pair, it always goes to the bottom of the list. If then we want to move the pair, we need to press the pencil symbol in the upper left corner. Let's push it. We get a circle on the left side to select the pairs. When we do that, we get a delete symbol in the upper right corner. This will remove the pair from the list. To move it, we need to tap and hold the 3 stripes symbol at the right. So hold and drag to move. Let go when it's in the right spot. Tap the pencil symbol again to leave the edit mode. And then the last thing we can do is change our quotes mode from simple to advanced. We can see the 2 words in the center at the top. Watch what happens when we change it from simple to advanced. The advanced mode reveals the spread, which is under the pair itself. It also reveals the low of the day and the high of the day. That's it, there's nothing more to it actually. I hope the video was clear and thank you for watching. Make sure to try everything out on a demo account. Leave no stone unturned before going to a live account. Play with it until you feel confident using the app. Anyway, thank you for watching and we'll see you in one of the next videos. Bye.